saying something?
Oh yeah, it was obviously you're happy to win anytime you can have a handy win on the road when the calls seem to be going against you. Uh, you're doing some things right. Obviously, Quadri Moore was a star of the game for us. You know, with our foul trouble in the first half, for us not usually you're trying to survive with Jacob and Kyle on the bench, your two leading scorers. Instead, we pulled away because he played an unbelievable game, and not just his scoring. I thought his defensive rebounding was excellent. He did a good job on both ends, and that was really the key to the game. That's when we pulled away. When he was in there. But we got a lot of contributions off the bench. I think that obviously that's really important for our team. You got to have answers if you're going to stay on a winning streak. You're not going to win the same way. I keep saying that every game's different. And today was very different because it was the flow was weird. It was our guys they were confused on how to play defense the way the game was being called.
Yeah, it was an unusual game in that respect. Speaking of Quadri, just one more time, you know, he obviously doesn't play much, but he usually seems to be like the first one out there shooting before practice, that kind of thing. I guess kind of a testament to his work today.
Well, I think you know that I think there's too much is made in college basketball of the top two famous teams, the top famous players, and the reality of it is that 95% of college basketball players are going to need to work for a living. Doing something other than playing basketball. The way you build character, you get your education, and you're a part of a team. You learn to be a part of a team and accept a role. That's how you learn how to be a good employee. Somewhere along the line, we've lost that fabric, I think, too much so, and we try to hold on to it in our program. So I'm extremely proud of guys like Quadri, Justin, guys that come off the bench for us. Sometimes they play, sometimes they don't play. They're always ready. They maintain a tremendous attitude, and that is just as important to what's going on with our team this year as the starting five or guys that are scoring. So I couldn't be happier for a human being than I am for Quadri Moore today, because so many kids would just quit. They'd quit, transfer, look to go home, find an easy way out. Where he's on a team he's a good player, but there's pretty good players on his team, so it's hard for him to get minutes. And he continues to work, and it shows how far he's come with his character. Plus, like I told him, you know, you send that kind of message, the coach can hear it. Play like that, you're going to get more minutes.
So it's almost like a home game today, wasn't
Yeah,
it? With
fan.
your fans.
Well, we had I thought we brought a lot of boosters on our plane, so we appreciate them. Obviously, the Rally Cat students they're the best. Tremendous energy from them. And then you got the Jacob Evans factor, and Troy, part of Troy's family. His name's really Cawpain, so he's got the Creole family here, and obviously a lot of my friends, the Panhandle Bearcats, drove over today.
Do you tell your players anything when a game's called that closely about what?
Got to adjust. I kept trying to tell them you got to adjust. You know, you got to do everything. I was telling them when you go to block shots, you got to don't block it as soft as you can. And they're calling a foul on everything we do. You got to try to find a way to play defense without fouling. It made us gun shy, I think, definitely in the second half. And then late in the game, we changed defenses because I was sick of it. So if we played a little zone late in the game.
Do you want to say anything about the next game yet, or you want to wait, or have it?
Yeah, the next game is the next game. We need to win. You know, the game's played on the floor. Everything surrounding the game is for everybody else. The game's decided by players. You know, if our players play better than their players, we'll win. Everything else is just noise.